Welcome to HCS Now, the greatest show you'll ever watch in your entire life. I promise you this. Now, we have been gone for a couple weeks. We are finally.
It's been 2 weeks.
A week.
Been 1 week.
We skipped a week. It wasn't really 100% our fault, but we're back.
Guys.
We're gonna go over.
Crying over here.
We're gonna go over. Oh, by the way, I'm your host, Computer, and as always, I am joined with.
FTF default.
Hypothetical.
You're on your game right now. I tried to throw you off, but it didn't
No,
work.
you didn't give me this time.
But anyway, we are.
It was
going
the
to-
point. You pointed first.
Yeah, maybe I should just do
I
a
saw your
little,
hand going like this.
do a little one of these
Yeah.
next time instead of pointing. Make sure he's paying attention.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've been gone for a week, and so we're going to kind of recap a little bit of what we didn't talk about. It might be a little bit of old news that everybody has already known, but we haven't had a chance to discuss it to each other because we try not to talk to each other
Yeah.
beforehand because then we won't have nothing to talk about.
No, be plain.
So we're going to brush over this news that happened over the last couple weeks, and then we're going to get to the new stuff, and we're going to talk about a Burbank preview, and then we're going to try to get some people in Discord. So if you guys or anybody's watching, you guys want to be in Discord and talk to us about what you guys expect at Burbank this weekend or what you want to see, make sure you make a Discord account. And we're going to put the link in the chat later on. And
Hopefully it works better this time.
Yeah, we tried it last time. It
Kinda
was a
fell.
disaster. But okay, let's talk about what happened first a couple weeks ago was the roster lock was happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teams had to get their teams in order before this roster lock deadline. And it was really every team was kind of set already except for Optic.
Yeah.
And there was a few other like Denial and Allegiance was not really locked in. So those are kind of the teams that we were all looking at before the roster lock happened. They were literally waited till like the last minute. Let's take a step back. Optic had to make a new roster because
Flames were throw a wrench in their plans.
well, I'm
Retired.
sure they knew. But you know what? Everybody knows Flames sort of retired by now,
I was
right?
legitimately
Okay.
sad.
I was too.
I was really sad. Like, it really hit me. Like, not like, I wasn't like bawling my eyes out, but I went through a moment of depression. Like,
a moment.
Yeah.
I was depressed for a good 30 minutes.
Like, I literally got on Halo that day, and my emblem was a green sword. Like,
Did that magically happen?
no,
Halo
I did it
did-
on myself.
Okay.
Represent.
Well, I was acting.
Yeah.
You act like that. You didn't change like Halo.
Oh, I
put
wish.
That in there,
That'd be
like,
nice.
A little tribute to the flame sword.
Yeah,
You know.
he's living his retirement.
You know, I was sad at first, but then I realized he lives an awesome life, way more.
It's just,
awesome than I ever realized.
but
He's still
it's,
gonna
I
be
don't feel
around.
bad.
he's still gonna be
He's
around.
still
But I'm just
around.
gonna miss
Still making
seeing
content.
him competing. I mean, I know he's gonna be a coach, but
He's still around. Like
Yeah, I
he's still
know.
making YouTube videos, so I'm not that sad anymore. Like it's cool. He seems happy, so whatever.
yeah.
Wrecking
He
motorcycles
might be back
and
though.
whatnot.
Mhm.
He didn't say this is forever.
Yeah.
He said
I don't
for
know.
this season.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It
well,
I mean,
depends
it
the
could end
situation.
up to a full on retirement, but
If Optic is doing good, and he's doing really well as a coach, I don't see why. He can't be like, okay, guys, I'm back, straight six, sorry.
he could.
well, normally after a season, teams break up anyways, especially if they don't win.
That's true.
Yeah.
So like, anyway, what threw me off about the whole Flamesword retiring thing is in the vision they showed Flamesword telling Nick and Ace and Nate that he's going to retire, right?
Mhm.
That was like, what, 4 or 5 days before the roster lock?
Yeah.
And then they wait till like the day of to look for a new teammate? I
Yeah.
don't understand that because they knew way ahead of time that he was retiring.
Did they?
What?
Because they look pretty shocked.
They
all
were in
said,
a hotel.
I know,
Yeah.
but they all look like it was. Maybe they mentioned it, but I don't think they was
It doesn't
thinking
matter.
it was gonna pull through.
They got a good player out of Straight
Yeah,
Stick.
they
They
did.
lucked out and pulled Straight Stick in at the last minute, and it
It was the best
Optic
option
is crazy
for them at
now,
the time.
right?
It was the best option for that at the time.
So another couple teams that formed up at the last minute was Allegiance. They picked up pretty much the Denial squad that switched over to Allegiance. It's Pre-Devinator, Contra and Rynoob and Goofy. And then Denial got Ogre 2, Arcanum, Elevate, and Seduce. Elevate Nemesis. So those are kind of the teams that were last-minute roster locks. Not much news there.
Yeah.
Everything kind of stayed the same with all the other teams as expected. So didn't see a whole lot of change there. Then right after the roster lock, you had the Allegiance LAN, or what I like to call it, the Allegiance LAN. Optic really, they kind of showed up there.
They started strong.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I don't want to start off strong. Didn't start strong.
Well, that was the roster lock was actually after the Allegiance LAN.
You're talking about when they played E6, right?
Yeah, the Allegiance LAN happened first, and then the roster lock. I got that mixed up. But they played okay there with Flamesword. Flamesword said if he would have won or lost there, then he was going to quit either way. I have a feeling if they would have won, he would have stayed, but that's just me. So, like, we didn't talk about this Allegiance LAN, did we? I don't think we did, because we were previewing it last week.
Yeah.
So, the 22-0 game.
Oh, man.
That was hilarious.
That's going to be the new slogan.
The game
started.
Yeah. That's going to live in infamy.
The game started. Like, I know people probably look down upon it or whatever, but I thought it was funny that he said that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. Come on. I mean, who doesn't like trash talk?
You don't see that often.
No, and we need more of it. We always say this, so I don't need to say it anymore.
Oh yeah, I like when Snipe Down gets mad and he wants to like destroy. That's the Snipe Down we need.
You know what? In the video, I think Flamesword said it that Kratos, I guess when they was warming up, was talking a lot of trash.
Yeah, and you don't do that.
Yeah.
To Snipe Down.
No, it was Flamesword.
Oh yeah.
Kratos was talking to Optic.
Trash to Optic too. I heard
and they end up winning. So what if they just need to be like, you just gotta talk, like, I don't know, for them to do good, someone's gotta be mean to them. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, so
we should test this theory.
That LAN kind of went, as predicted. Actually, our predictions were off. Mine was off.
Mine was off.
We did predict about that, didn't we?
Yeah, mine was off. I mean, I had EG winning it. No, I had Envy winning it.
Yeah.
I had Envy to win it, EG in second. And Optic third.
They did get third.
I know, but I'm saying, like, I was pulling for Envy, and they didn't show up at all.
They did. What are you talking about? They beat Optic in E6, but they did not beat EG.
Yeah, but they went to losers bracket and stuff,
So EG actually won that event, and then Envy kind of got second, Optic third, E6 fourth. So because of that, EG is now secured the second spot in the HCS Pro League with CLG.
Yeah.
So there's only 2 teams in the Pro League right now. It's crazy to think that all this is going down just for qualifiers. We're not even gotten into the real Pro League yet.
Right.
So we're just still getting teams in the qualifiers right now.
Yeah.
So after that, after EG secured their second spot, there was a 16-team online qualifier. That was last week.
Yep.
Now we're getting into the new stuff. We're coming forward. We were behind. Now we're getting forward. So let's talk about this a little bit. It was hard to watch all 16 teams because they all kind of play at the same time. So, I mean, it was a little disorganized. I kind of feel like 343 should have had an official stream with casters.
Yes, they should.
The only thing they did was host a few players on Halo channel.
Treat it like an event.
They should, and like Call of Duty always does this. Whenever they have an online tournament, they have casters. They treat it like a real event. And I feel like Halo deserves the same treatment. I was kind of disappointed that. I mean, you're not going to gain new people to the scene when they have to go looking for the tournaments. Like they have to go into Halo and find players to watch, and like, I mean, when Halo hosts it, you have a lot better chance of grabbing people, or like if they had to treat it like a real event.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like they should have done a little more with that event. I mean, it is just an online qualifier, and there was a lot of teams playing, so it might have been too much of a mess to deal with. So 16 online teams, 4 groups of 4, 2 teams in each group advances to Burbank this weekend, which I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah.
And the teams that advanced were E6, Denial, which they had a really, really close series. I can't remember with who, but they barely made it through. Optic, Renegades, Allegiance, Envious, Liquid, Soul, and then there was like everything kind of went as everyone expected it to.
Yeah.
But the Optic EG series, no one at this time, Optic wasn't known as how. I mean, we didn't know Optic was going to be a good team
Until this.
right?
Yeah.
This is when everybody realized, wait a minute,
Yeah.
Optic just beat Renegades in a tournament.
Yeah.
So this is what opened everybody's eyes. Like, I mean, let's be honest, Optic's a big story right now.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
well, I was surprised when they got 0 and 100 on strongholds by them.
And then, yeah.
And then it just came back and won. I
Reverse.
was surprised.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Yeah,
That was
I
good to see
mean,
the comeback.
as much as, like, I don't want to have to talk about, like, Optic. I mean, I know everybody's like, Optic this, Optic that. But they're a big story right now.
Yeah,
They're coming from, like, never winning nothing to taking out teams like EG and Renegades in scrims.
Straight sick,
I mean, they haven't.
He's aggressive and has a good shot. I think that's what they needed, though, for them.
You know, it's not just straight sick. It's also the fact that Maniac is captain. Since he became captain,
Stepped his game up.
he stepped up. He calls out. He don't do the one shot over here. He's really hype with his
Well,
call outs.
Because Flamethrower was kind of a voice for them.
Hex even said the same thing.
His calls are still really monotone.
But he's vocal, a lot more vocal. I don't know. I think since he became captain, he stepped up a lot.
They have a lot of fun playing Halo together.
Okay, the same thing. I was watching Frosty and Snakebite stream. They said a lot of teams have honeymoon phases. They do good at first because they're all, they get along. Someone makes a mistake, they like, oh yeah, okay, I'll fix this.
I don't agree with that though.
But now listen, like then when they get to know each other, someone makes a mistake. They complain about it. Well, that's when they start breaking. Do you feel like they're in a honeymoon stage?
But the thing is, though, Optic's been in a situation before, and they didn't,
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
phase.
but I'm saying like it'll show in this LAN tournament coming up if
I
they
think
have
they'll do good. I think it's their time, and I think they'll show up this time.
I thought when they said that is a really true. Most teams they have a honeymoon stage. Like, oh, they play together, they get along, then they start.
But it's not
eventually.
like they're just getting along. I mean, they tell each other. Like if you watch their streams, like. Ace will complain or say, "Hey, Nated, you should have went here instead of going there."
That's what I'm saying. But when he does that, they're like, "Oh yeah." But then eventually, as the
they
time
get
goes
used
on,
to each other. Then it's a fight.
yeah, and then they
like,
start complaining.
who
like,
are you?
like yeah,
Boo.
that's what happens.
I know, but they're not like they never met before. They all know each other.
I agree with him on like at first when you meet someone new, you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, I'll take your criticism because we're not really. Like gotten used to each other, but eventually you're like, it's like when you first like meet a girl, you're gonna be like all nicey nice, and then when longer it goes on, you're kind of like, I don't like the way when you do this, and then it's like huge fights, right? So I understand where you're coming from. That could happen.
I don't feel like it's gonna happen though. I feel like they're just a strong
That's what I'm
team.
saying. Like
you have to be together.
It's gonna show at the next LAN. It'll show if they're gonna be like that.
I have a. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nope,
Mine's
go ahead.
totally off topic.
Go ahead.
So go ahead.
Why are you going off topic?
Because it's kind of.
I was just gonna say I have a feeling that they're not gonna perform this
I think
weekend.
they will. I have a strong feeling they actually are going to perform. I think they really want to win. Like they said, like if you look at their vlogs and stuff, it's like Call of Duty trophies everywhere, and like there's no Halo.
Yeah, they want some love.
Yeah. But anyway, what I was going to say, the funniest thing I seen in one of their videos was when Maniac was filming Ace sleeping, and he played that video of what he was dreaming about. Did you see it?
I don't know.
It was the moment when...
Was that Maniac's video?
It was a vlog, and it was when Nated juked him. Real hard.
I didn't know that was Maniac's video. I thought somebody in the forums made that.
Maniac put that.
Okay.
I mean, unless he just put it in it. But no, it was his video, yeah.
I didn't know.
That's funny. I laughed.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Because you
got
guys.
totally off topic.
No, yeah, you ruined
Hey,
it.
I gave you a warning. I said I'm going off topic here.
Anyways, oh yeah, I was gonna say that I love this team. I love watching this team because they are having fun playing Halo, and,
Yeah.
and they like goof off. They're not taking it serious, and they're beating people, but also like goofing off at the same time.
Mhm.
And the dude, one of the funniest things I've ever seen in Halo scrims was Maniac played an entire game of Truth CTF with his mic muted. And he was calling out like there was no tomorrow, and they couldn't hear any of it. And then he finally realized it, and dude, I was straight. I never really like laugh out loud when I'm watching stuff on the internet, and I actually like laughed, and people, and I think I was getting looked at, but it was hilarious. So, Burbank.
Yes.
Burbank. We've already been kind of talking about it, but we're
Yeah.
going to do a little bit of a preview.
Or-
Wait
Yeah,
a minute.
I
Before we get to Burbank preview, we got a few notable things to talk about.
Like what?
Towie is
Oh,
going
yeah.
to be coaching Denial.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
You don't
What
think it's
do
gonna
you-
matter?
No.
What? You don't think Towie doesn't make a difference?
No, I'm not. I'm not. Okay. I mean, like, yeah, they'll probably
You're
perform
cray-cray.
a little better, but I don't think him coaching that one event's gonna make them win. I'm gonna say that. I don't think.
I mean, I'm not saying they're going to win because of it, but it definitely is going to help them tremendously having like Towie. I mean, come on. it's
I mean,
Towie.
it'll help them, but I don't
The
see
best
them.
in the Gizame.
I don't know. I don't think it'll help.
It might not like they're gonna win every match, but it'll probably help them to like get up there. But I don't
Yeah.
know.
Who knows though? What if he coaches a totally different way than they're used to, and it makes them do worse? Like,
I don't think they're used to a coach because they don't have one.
well, okay, then that's even worse.
But anyway, he's not their official coach forever.
I know.
So don't freak out. Okay,
If
he's just
that was
subbing
their-
in.
If that was their official coach forever, I would say, yeah, that's going to help a lot
He's just
more.
subbing in
Is he?
for this one
Are they
event.
preparing
What?
for anything, or is they just going to show up? He's going to show up, and then he's going to start coaching.
It could
sure
screw
they're
him up 'cause
preparing. He
It,
said
it
he-
might screw him up because like he might do such a good job, and then they're
Dude,
gonna find another
Towie
coach.
don't
Yeah.
play. He even said he's gonna go watch their scrims and like take notes and stuff. This dude is like crazy when it comes to
Yeah.
coaching. He doesn't mess around. But he's like I said, just one time he's doing this. He's still the official coach for EG and remains so.
What
But
if he leaves EG for
he's just
Denial?
doing Ogre 2 a favor because that's his bro. So, do you want to talk about, before we get into the preview of Burbank and try to get Discord to function, you want to talk about the Twitter?
We'll go ahead and do the Twitter thing.
Okay.
now.
We have reached a small yet cool milestone for us.
Yeah.
It's small for a lot of people, but it's big for us.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 followers,
1,000 followers.
on Twitter.
2009 now.
What?
We should have brought confetti.
I
know,
We did
right?
that in one of our old
Yeah.
videos.
But anyways, we hit 1,000 followers on Twitter. Thanks to everyone that's followed us. We do try to tweet as much as, I don't want to like over tweet, so I do tweet like at least one, like 3 times a day, maybe
Mhm.
4. I don't know. So thanks to everyone that's following us, and because of that, we're going to do a Twitter giveaway.
Yeah. Shirts. 2 shirts.
And I think we're going to announce the winner on next week's show.
We'll tweet it
So-
out after the show, and we'll actually have graphics, I think, of the shirts.
Okay, so we're
And we'll
giving
put it on
out.
Twitter.
What are we giving out? You know more than I do.
We're
apparently.
at the Halo shirt and HCS Now shirt.
So we're giving out a Halo shirt and an HCS Now shirt. I don't even have an HCS Now shirt.
Nope.
Me neither.
So whoever gets this is going to have the first HCS Now shirt.
Yeah. Frame it,
You're going
put
to
it
be
in your
very
house.
special. Now. So we're giving out these 2 shirts. We're going to do it on Twitter. We're going to do a contest on Twitter.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
follow us on Twitter.
Follow
Follow
and
and
retweet
retweet.
it, and then we'll announce the winner next
After the
episode.
show's over, we're going to post
Yeah.
All the
something.
details about
Yeah.
it.
And then it's HCS_now. That's the
Forget?
Twitter. Huh?
Did you forget?
Yeah, well, I got a lot to remember, you know. Um, so follow us on Twitter. You might win a free shirt. We'll announce the
Shirts.
winner.
2 shirts.
Shirts Are we giving one to one person and one to the other, or does
No,
both shirts to one person?
gets both.
We'll sign them if you want them. We're
Yeah,
I
famous.
don't think.
We're famous. We'll sign
If
'em.
they want a signature,
We'll do a signature.
I will sign it.
But now they feel obligated to ask.
I will ruin the shirt.
They're not gonna be like, oh no, I don't want the signature.
This shirt will be less valuable if I write ink all over it with my name.
Well, it's not like you're gonna like tag the whole shirt.
He's gonna put a computer in the
won't do
very
that.
back, big.
So there's that. Now let's talk about Burbank because that's coming up Sunday, and we are going to be all over that.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be exciting. This is, I mean, it's not really for money, but it's something to look forward to.
It is.
Top 4 will go to the Pro League to join EG and CLG. So there'll be 6 teams in the Pro League when this LAN is done, and then the last 2, they have last chance qualifiers for it.
Yeah.
These 2 teams will be playing each other first in the bracket. So it's group play.
Yeah.
You got group play, 2 groups of 4, and then you got Team Liquid and Envious is the first team to play each other in A group, and then B group is Optic and Renegades. That's a crazy little Optic and Renegades. I don't know about that one.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
You mean like Renegades will be Optic?
I don't know. Optic and Renegades, close game. Like this is Renegades' chance to prove that was a fluke and that Optic can't beat them. So this is also going to be a crazy series.
I mean, I'm rooting for Optic because they've been doing good. They have a new teammate.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for them. But Renegades, they still are a strong team. Just because Optic beat them doesn't mean they're a bad team.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're a bad team, but I feel like I'm telling you, dude, Optic's strong.
Yeah.
They are strong. Yeah,
They're really
I'm not going to take
strong.
that away from them.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did.
So that's the only 2 matchups we know right now. This is group play. There's, let me see these groups. So out of these 2 groups, who's coming out of A and who's coming out of B?
Coming out of A, Optic.
You're going straight with Optic. You're so confident in these
Yeah,
games right
I'm
now.
really confident in Optic right now.
Man.
You see Sims.
Would you say they're a
photo?
top 3 team?
There's 2 teams in each group coming out, and you guys got.
I don't know if they're.
I think it's too early to say they're a top 3 team.
It's too early. I think they'll make it out of the pool, but I'm not sure if they'll get third in the whole thing. But
So who's coming out of Group A?
Optic.
And who else? I mean,
Probably Optic and Renegade. I don't know.
come on.
What's yours? What do you
He's
got?
thinking.
I am
His
thinking.
brain's hurting.
It's not hurting. I don't know.
I'm going to say, yeah, I do think Optic can beat E6 in denial. So
Yes.
I don't think Optic will beat Renegades tomorrow in the LAN. I think Renegades and Optic will come out of that group.
I'm gonna say Optic and E6.
No.
I
Optic
don't-
and Renegades.
I don't see that happening.
Optic, Renegades, and Liquid, and Envy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Allegiance and Envious. I feel like Allegiance is a definitely underrated team.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's just my predictions.
I
As
think
much as I love everybody on the,
I'm gonna say
Liquid
E6
team.
and Optic for Group A.
you're going ham. Your predictions are
Group
gonna
A,
suck.
Optic, Renegades. Group B, Liquid, and Envy.
Group
That's-
B, I'm gonna say Envy.
Because you really didn't see too much Allegiance. You really didn't see much
Stop
of them.
taking my papers.
I'm trying to refresh my memory and who's on whose team.
I want to get through. We
Refresh
should
your
write
memory.
these predictions down. for
Anyways,
next
last
episode.
night's scrims we had a lot of scrims last night. Envy Envy tied with Elevate. E6 beat Liquid. Optic beat EG.
Yeah, they did. I'm telling you, they're.
But
strong,
I
man.
I tweeted out, I was like, this is the only time I'll never be able to. I never thought I'd be able to say this. Optic beat EG in a scrim.
Wait. Did you say Allegiance for Group B?
Yes.
You're crazy.
No, I'm not.
You are crazy. I'm saying Envious and Liquid.
That's what I picked.
Yeah. Well, that's our predictions. Remember those, because I'm gonna call you out next week.
All right. Okay.
So there's gonna be some scrims tonight. Apparently,
CLG and Optic, right?
there was word of Optic and CLG scrimming. I don't know who else is scrimming tonight, but this will be the last night of scrims before the tournament. So this is an important night of scrims. I guarantee there'll be a lot of teams on playing.
Can you hear us now?
I don't think so.
Nobody's go back
I don't think.
on
I
their
don't
thing.
know
You
how
have to
this-
go to the friends list thing. The show is in the chat.
Okay, I know people use this Discord stuff, but why don't we just Skype from now on?
We'll figure it out one day.
This is the second time.
So EG or not EG, Optic CLG tonight. Make sure you guys are checking out the scrims. And there's gonna be. I'm guaranteeing almost every team's gonna be on scrimming tonight. This is the last night of scrims before.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Practice.
EG might not scrim
Okay.
because they don't really need to.
let's predict for tonight's scrim.
For the one that we know, Optic CLG.
Yeah.
How many scrims do they
I'm
do?
gonna say CLG.
It depends how many scrims they do.
They do 13 games
13.
Mm-hmm.
usually.
I'd say Optic will probably take 3 games off of them.
Only 3?
Yeah, I'm saying 4
I say
because
3.
CLG has never lost more than 4 games in a scrim.
Oh.
It's just CLG's too strong. No matter what team you put in front of them, they're just too strong.
I'm going to say out of 13 games, Optic will take 7.
What?
That means they win.
Yeah.
This dude is awesome.
No, okay. I say they take.
But if it happens, oh, mine
No, I'm
will
just
be
joking.
blown.
I would say out of 13 games, at least 5.
Okay. Well, if it
I'll take 5.
happens,
I say 3.
Just because you said they never lost more.
I
than 4.
mean, it might break the forums if it happens. It would break the forums if
It
it
would.
happens. Okay, so
Because you already said that Frosty and them was like, oh, it's the honeymoon phase.
They didn't say just for that team. It's just
But
for a lot of
that's
these
what they were
teams.
referring
That's what
to.
they
At
want
least
you
what
to
brought
think.
it up.
they're
So they could be
scared.
under. Is this someone's phone going off?
I have no clue.
Can you guys hear this?
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be checking that out. That
Yeah,
scrim's
me
gonna
too.
be lit. Make sure you guys. I haven't mentioned this. This is the last thing I'll probably say before I close out the show. Go check out my boy Spartan the Dog's montage if you haven't already, because
I watched it.
it was like amazing.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
good.
pretty good. Really long, but it was really
he's
good.
definitely proud of that. I'm proud of him. He did such a good job, and Snipetality edited it pretty well.
Edited it.
Say it.
He always does a good job though.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude, that montage was very good though. I usually hate watching long montages, but I like watched the whole thing through
You're
and
a
didn't even
Spartan
care.
fanboy.
No, he's cool, man.
He's good. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's cool. You call me Envy fanboy, I'll call you Spartan fanboy.
Well, that would make me a Liquid fanboy, and I'm not. So, boom.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah,
Shots
Dropping-
fired.
Dropping thunder.
yeah. Drop that.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Yeah, so check out that. And make sure you get on Twitter and follow us because we're giving away shirts for having 1,000 followers. We'll announce the winner next week. We're going to have a show next week at the same place. Probably a different time because we started late this week.
My fault.
His fault. We started at 8:30. We normally start at 8 p.m. Central. So be here next week, next Friday at 8 p.m. Central. We will discuss the Burbank LAN and talk about how bad our predictions were.
Yeah.
And
Help
we
us-
will also give away the 2 shirts that we're giving away, the Halo shirt and an HCS Now shirt, if you guys enter the contest.
Okay, you know how you said we should have a intro, like a special intro, like something you say
Yes.
in the outro?
Yes.
Why don't, okay, maybe not for the giveaway, but maybe we should take suggestions.
No.
No.
People do that all the
They're
time.
gonna troll you like
Leave
crazy.
me alone.
Not
Alright.
like serious. I'm talking like, I don't know.
I just didn't use one this week. I got one in my head, but I haven't used it. Oh, I know what it is. I'm gonna say it.
Hey, wait. Pick like 2 or 3.
I have one.
But listen, pick like 2 or 3.
I
One
don't-
episode do one, and the next episode
I
do the
don't.
second
I
one.
can't even come up with
Just
2
do
or 3.
2 or 3, and then see like what people like the most.
Mhm.
My outro is going to be, I'm going to say it right now, and then we're going to end the show. Come back next week so we can talk some Halo.
That was bad.
Okay. See you guys next week. Bye.
Don't do